I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day today. So before I get started talking about this tiny house, I just quickly want to remind you guys that I am currently running a giveaway for 2 packs of your choice for The Sims 4. So there'll be 2 winners and each winner gets to choose their own pack. All you gotta do to join the giveaway is download Disney Emoji Blitz using my link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment. Then play until you get to level 20, take a screenshot and send it to me in a DM on Twitter or Instagram. And if you're already above level 20, you can still join the giveaway. All you gotta do then is take a before and after screenshot of yourself gaining 5 levels. So say that you're level 21, you take a screenshot, then gain 5 levels, so you're 26, take another screenshot, and then send both of them to me in a DM on either Twitter or Instagram. If you don't follow me on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find those linked in the description box as well. And that is all you gotta do. You can literally hear my neighbors in the background, by the way, because Denmark is playing Russia today, so they're yelling like crazy. Just ignore them throughout this voiceover. I can't tell them to stop. But anyway, I wish you all very good luck with the giveaway. The winners will be announced over on the community tab, so definitely keep an eye on there. And yeah, that is all. Oh, and I'll of course also contact the winners on the day that they're randomly picked as well, so keep an eye on your DMs if you decided to join the giveaway as well. And lastly, the giveaway is worldwide and also includes console players, and that is all I gotta say. So let's get started talking a little bit about this tiny house that we're building today. So I felt like it had been a while since the last time I built a tiny house inspired by a career. Now, I've done a couple of writers' tiny houses in the past. They've all been kind of different from each other, I feel. I remember one very vividly that was more of like, not a tree house, but it was a hill house of some kind. It was on stilts and stuff. So yeah, I just kind of felt like building another writer's house. I feel like it's because I've been reading so much lately. So I wanted to build a house for a writer, so a very calm space that they could basically, because I think writers work from home essentially, and because of that, I felt like it would be fitting for them to have like a very calm kind of setting that they could write in. They don't have a set, like a dedicated work area, but they can work at the counter, the island counter that I placed down. There is also a table, an actual dining table that they can sit at, which is one of the bar tables. It's a bar table from Tiny Living. I love that table. It's so cute. And then also there's another area outside, and it's just like a very calming kind of house. There's a pool in the backyard. There's a grill as well. I put down a fire pit as well, like a little cute corner of the backyard is dedicated to a fire pit. So I suppose they could sit there and tell their friends stories or something while they're roasting marshmallows. Wouldn't that be cute? So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do for this one. So we're just going for like calm vibes, basically. Although there's a little bit of color on the interior, like a little bit of like a pale yellow, not a very bright blue either, but there's some blue as well. I wanted some accented walls in there just to make a little bit of like a contrast to the yellow. So yeah, I hope you guys will like this house. Usually tend to like my career houses, but I don't know, you might not like this one. We'll see. I'm looking forward to making career houses for the cottage living pack, although I don't know if it's actually if it comes with any careers per se. So we'll see about that. It's an expansion pack. It should. Although, like, would it be all farming or I have no idea. We'll see once we get access to it. So, but I'm looking forward to making some career houses inspired by that expansion pack as well. I feel like we're getting closer and closer. However, it's still a month away, so yeah, it's still a month away. I know that I said no cottages until cottage living comes out, but I might do some that aren't English cottages, so not brick cottages, some more like wooden cottages. Does that make sense? How many times has she said cottage so far in this voiceover? I have no idea. I'm gonna stop now, but I might do that. So there might be a couple of up on the channel at some point. So the ones that I know that I'm not gonna build for cottage living, basically, I might do a couple of those just because I miss other vibes than the eco vibe or the Scandi vibe or the sort of like clean vibe or mid-century modern as well. I just missed going in a different route because I don't like to do that, like build by build. I like to do something different. I've been so focused on the vibe that, or the kind of furniture style that came with Dream Home Decorator. I'm not tired of the pack yet. I love the items. I'm also using some of the items in this house, especially like the modular couches are so good because you can customize them to the room. So you can basically just fit them in anywhere, and that's amazing. But I know that, you know, I gotta mix it up a little bit. What's it called? Switch it up a little bit. Whatever, you guys get what I mean. Maybe we'll do like a tree house or an underground house, an underwater house, a floating house. I don't know. It's been a while since I did anything like that. Something a little bit not necessarily super realistic, but still the house itself is realistic. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've done a couple of floating houses where I definitely feel like the interior looks like it could be an actual house, but then I always get questions like, how do the Sims get to the house? You just teleport them or they swim. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules. The game does that. If I want to build a floating house, I'm going to build a floating house. I don't know how your Sims are going to end up at the floating house, but you decided to download it, so you figure it out. I just sometimes you just want to do something a little bit different, not necessarily super out of the box, but just a little bit different. So not a house that is just placed in a neighborhood, if you get what I mean. So the floating houses are quite fun, or a hilltop house is quite fun too. It's been a while since I played with terrain tools as well, I think. So we'll see what this week brings. I have not made plans just yet, but yeah, if you got any suggestions or anything that you'd really love to see from me, definitely let me know, because I might build some of it. So yeah. Also, by the way, it's not to make fun of the people that are leaving those comments. They always make me laugh whenever I've built a floating tiny house, or not necessarily just a floating tiny house, because I also built a house that wasn't actually a floating house, that wasn't a tiny house. But I always, no exceptions, get the how do my Sims get to the house? I just always, it makes me laugh. So I actually really like how the flow is in this house. So I will explain that usually in the tiny houses that I build, and this was something that was I was made aware of in the comment section of my last video. I tend to do it so that you enter through the kitchen. That's what's common to me. So I know that's not necessarily what's common in the US, but that's what's common to me. So sometimes I do it through sometimes I'll enter, or I'll put the front door by the kitchen. Sometimes I'll put it by the living room. Sometimes I prefer when there's a hallway, to be honest. But if you look at houses here in Denmark, most of the time you'll enter through a hallway. But if you don't have a hallway, you'll actually enter through the kitchen, or the first room after the hallway will be the kitchen, or at least like the dining room area. So that's just what I've seen, at least. And we always end up taking inspiration from what we've seen in real life. And that's just how it is. So it might not be common to you, but it's what's common to me. And I can't help that. But in this house, because it's highly inspired by a house that I saw on Pinterest that I thought was super cute, and I kind of wanted to try and decorate it. So the exterior and the floor plan, although not the entire floor plan, but some of it, is definitely taken from that house. I did make some adjustments myself, of course, as always. It's The Sims. But I really wanted to try and decorate it, basically. So in that house, though, they entered through the living room, and it just kind of like the couch was perfectly snuck in that little corner. So I put it there. But usually I would actually enter through the kitchen. It's what I'm used to. So, and it's not unhygienic. As long as you take off your shoes, it's completely okay. I just feel like it's important to remember that what's normal to you when it comes to houses and apartments is not necessarily what's normal to everyone else. Like carpet, you don't really see that a lot here in Scandinavia. We like wooden floors. I know that further south, they prefer tiles over wooden floors. So it kind of depends on where you are in the world. We've said this several times here on the channel. I say we, I mean I've said it in voiceovers several times here on the channel, and it's just something to keep in mind when you watch speed builds, because creators are from different parts of the world. So if you're used to watching American creators, I don't do the same things as they do necessarily because I am not American. So yeah. But doesn't that also make it a little bit more interesting that it's not all the same, you know? Like, we're from different parts of the world. I like that. This is why culture is so interesting. I'm not trying to be preachy or anything right now, but I'm genuinely like, I find it so fascinating that the world is so different in different corners, if you get what I mean. So I don't know if I phrased that right, but I've said this before as well, but I just find it so, like, I love how different the world is depending on where you go, you know? It's just so, it's not to sound cheesy, but it's beautiful. So yeah, anyway, I feel like I ended up sounding preachy anyway, but I just genuinely love how different the world is in different places, and that's why traveling is so exciting as well. So you just get to experience different culture and look at different things. I miss traveling so much. It's ridiculous. Let's not get into that because I'll literally sit here with a knot in my stomach after doing this voiceover. So anyway, we were doing the backyard. It was actually done pretty quickly. Also, sorry if we're not really talking about the interior that much. I felt like I kind of said what I wanted to say. So just make it like calm and nice for the writer to work in, like a nice home environment. Does that make sense? Like a nice vibe at home, basically. Kind of what I've been going for my own apartment. I don't live in a house. Just like something that is very calming and inspiring, if you will, because you work from home. You spend a lot of time at home when you work from home. So it's just important that you feel very comfortable there. But yeah, for the backyard, this is the little fire pit corner. They have the pool as well, like I mentioned at the start of the video. And I also placed down the grill and also a dining table so they could have some friends over, which is also important when you work from home because you don't really see your colleagues. So it's important to see either family or friends so you're not always alone. And then other than that, you know, a little bit of landscaping. We got a rainbow floaty thing on the pool as well, and I think that is pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you guys will like this house. If you want to download it, you can find it on the gallery under my ID, which is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files will be on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. If you like Roblox videos, check out my Roblox channel, and if you like lifestyle videos, check out my lifestyle channel. Both of those will also be linked to in the description box down below. And if you really want to join the giveaway, I explained how at the start of the video, so if you missed it, go back, listen to the start. I feel like I explained it pretty well, but if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. But I wish you all good luck with the giveaway. And that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Believe that you're a dream.